Testing, testing. I hope we have audio. Okay. Hopefully we're good. I guess we'll find out if my audio is okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's get this started. And if I'm having audio problems, you all gotta tell me. I have to find this open. Oh, it's right here. Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, let's hope our audio's working. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick here. Oh, I guess I should be looking up here. So this is an interesting layout. I've never done this before. We're gonna see how this works out. Um, if anybody is watching, please give me a heads up on if my audio is working or not, because I don't know. I don't know if this is working. So we're gonna um, we're gonna see how this new layout works. But I'm loving it already. But anyway, welcome. Let me make sure I got my clicker ready. Um, to Nick's Big Brother 24 recap show. Ignore yesterday's date that's on there. Um, so, if we thought last week was full of crazy drama in the Big Brother house, uh, there was some more drama that went on over the last 2 days. And give me 1 second. Okay. So, anyway, so there was so much drama that went on last week, and there's a lot more that happened over the last 2 weeks of gameplay. We're going to dip into all that, including the new twist that happened. But let's just dive right on in. Um, so I can still see my camera. I'm pulling up the PowerPoint screen. You will finally be able to see my PowerPoint. So hope you all enjoy. But let's dive right in as we jump to the spoiler board. So we move on to head of household number 2. And please, if you cannot hear the audio, please let me know, because this is a new program that I've never used before. Um, so please just give me a heads up in the comments. Hopefully my comments will show up here, and let's see how it goes. But anyway, head of household number 2. So after the whirlwind of events that led to Paloma's self eviction last week, the power back up for grabs, and a new competition. Everybody's going head to head to determine who will compete for the head of household. So we have a competition called Bye Bye Backstage. And here's how the matches go. We have Pooch versus Michael. Michael wins the match. Taylor versus Alyssa. Taylor wins the match. Indy versus Joseph. Joseph wins the match. Brittany versus Amira. Amira wins the match. Jasmine versus Terrence. Jasmine wins the comp. However, she sprains her ankle in the process. So she's doing okay. She's on crutches, and they give her a scooter. So, hopefully she's doing okay. Kyle versus Turner. Kyle wins the competition. Monty versus Nicole. Monty wins the competition. So we have 7 people lined up to compete for head household in a little competition called the BB Pie Fest. So Jasmine, Joseph, Monty, Michael, Kyle, Amira, and Jasmine will all compete for head household. Round 1, Kyle and Monty are eliminated. Round 2, Taylor and Joseph are eliminated. Round 3, Amira is eliminated, leaving the final stage, Jasmine versus Michael. So who's our head of household? The head of household for week 2 is Jasmine. Congratulations. You sprained your ankle in the process, but you made it on top. So, all right. So now let's move on to the alliance charts. I'm going to keep you guys updated on who's part of whose alliance. So let's head on. So we still have the Girls Alliance that had formerly had Paloma, but we still have Alyssa, Brittany, Jasmine, Indy, and Amira. Now we have another alliance that has formed called Pose Pack, formerly known as Paloma's Posse. So we have Alyssa, we have Amira, we have Nicole, we have Monty, Michael, and Kyle. That is Pose Pack. We also have the Oasis Alliance, the All Guys Alliance, featuring Monty, Michael, Kyle, Turner, Pooch, and Joseph. And then we have the Rugrats, Daniel and Nicole. That's the only final 2 deal that I know that's going on for sure. And it's still true to this day. So let's dive on into the nominations. Who got put on the block under Jasmine's reign? The nominations are Pooch and Taylor. Now, we got to talk about Pooch for a second because everyone is still dead set on getting Taylor out of the house. So Pooch has this brilliant idea to let's show that real quick. There we go. Yes, recaps. So Pooch has this brilliant idea. Let me sit on the block. I'm gonna volunteer myself as a pawn. And I'm just like, you broke the big rule. Don't volunteer to go on the block. Hold on 1 second. Anyway, so Pooch, I don't know what you were thinking, but let's see how this works out. Hopefully you're gonna win the veto. So let's see who wins the power of veto, shall we? Michael, for the second time in a row, Michael wins the power of veto. So clearly, he doesn't want to be put on the block, or he doesn't want any of his allies on the block, so the veto will not be used. Therefore, the final nominations for the week are Pooch and Taylor. Now, at this point, everybody seems dead set on sending Taylor out the door. But the girls, one second. So the girls get this stroke of genius. You know, Pooch thinks he's sitting pretty. And in the game of Big Brother, if we're sitting pretty, that's a bad sign. And they don't like his cocky arrogance. Especially his bromance, Joseph, made it very clear. You need to stop being so confident you sitting on the block. Because now all the girls are starting to look at Pooch. And they are going to create probably the first, not a big blind side, but we're going to have a blind side for him come eviction night. So let's dive right on in. This is eviction number 2, but it's technically the first eviction of the season because of what happened last week. So this is the second eviction show. But here we go, Pooch versus Taylor. Let's see how the votes stack up. 1 second, let me get my thing ready. I should have had this ready already. Okay, so how many votes we got for Taylor? Goose eggs. Wow, what do you know? This guy was so confident sitting on the block. All those people right there, you can see them on the screen, but they're like super minuscule because I had to fit everybody on the screen. Everyone voted for Pooch. So, what? Oh, shoot. What a shame. So with that, by a vote of 12-0, Pooch has been evicted from the Big Brother house. I've been waiting to do that. All right, now we have to update the memory wall. So let's officially change someone's color to black and white. I got my little clicker, by the way, so it's gonna help out. All right, Pooch, your picture is now in black and white. Shouldn't have felt so confident sitting on the block, because now you're out of the house. And boy, was he dumbfounded. Not as dumbfounded as who's the next person that's going to be evicted. We're getting to it right now. So let's dive right into head of household number 3. But stop. We've got some big news. It's time for another twist called the Festy Besties. I know, right? Just anyway. Okay, so here's how the rules go. And you can see them on your screen, hopefully. House guests must pair up with another house guest. The head of household competition will decide, this upcoming head of household competition that I'm going to explain decides the pairs. Whoever wins HOH, that person's bestie will be safe as well for the week. One pair of besties will be nominated for eviction. 3 pairs of besties will compete for the veto. The HOH bestie, the nominated besties, and 1 pair chosen by random draw. On eviction night, however, only 1 person will be evicted from the house. The other's fate is yet to be decided. So with that, let's move on to head of household number 3. It was a musical chairs style game. Once you were eliminated, you had the option of either sitting at a chair by yourself and waiting for someone to pick you as your bestie, or join the outgoing HOH to become her bestie, Jasmine. Here are how the besties are going to work. We have Amira with Terrence. We have Brittany with Michael. Daniel with Kyle. Indy with Alyssa. Joseph with Monty. Nicole with Taylor. And Turner with Jasmine. So, who's the head of household this week? Turner. What a shock. It came down to Turner versus Amira in the final round. So, because Turner won HOH, Jasmine will be safe as well. So, Jasmine's gotten safety for 2 weeks in a row. Go figure. Okay, so let's dive right into the nominations. Now, again, people are still looking at Taylor to be taken out. And I'm just like, come on, at this point, she's got 9 lives. I don't know what, if you can't get that through your head, I don't know. But here's the nominations. This is going to set the stage. We have Brittany and Michael sitting on the block next to each other. And they are besties, so remember 1 pair. Mr. Cole wants a shout out. Yeah, we can work on that collab. For sure, we can work on that collab. Anyway, so remember, 1 bestie pair has to sit on the block together. So, okay, so now we're heading into the veto competition. Nicole and Taylor get picked for a veto. Nicole has said she wants to throw the veto. That way, they can ensure that they don't win the veto, and then they can be the renoms. Because remember, when one bestie's pair is on the nomination block, only 1 gets evicted. So they're going to hope and push for Taylor to be evicted. So Nicole has agreed to throw the competition. But, you know, she says one thing, but she's really not happy with the fact that she has to do that. So let's, I have a playlist ready. I have some audio on I have some audio clips of the conversations that went down, because once they decided to do this move, Nicole was not very happy. And so Taylor went to console Nicole, just to say, you know, what thing? I don't know what thing you're talking about. You got to be specific, Cole. Anyway, I have an audio clip of, so Taylor went to like comfort Nicole, like saying it's okay, you can back out if you have to. So let's listen to what she has to say.
I know. She's crying.
I don't know if you can hear that.
Wait, Isabel.
I don't know what it's about. She asked me one.
Oh,
So there's that. Okay. So yeah, that was Nicole crying. But now, um, so Nicole basically went and told Daniel, what she said. She was saying about like if you wanted to back out or nothing. And Nicole was like, backing out's not an option right now, and I don't like people being passive towards me and all that. It completely went out of proportion. And so Nicole went and told Daniel about this, and that's when things get out of hand. So hopefully, let's listen to the audio. Do we have to say?
Tennis. Just stop. From this point on, just stop.
With the ladies?
Oh, with your fake.
I have a fake
Don't speak
bed.
to me until finale.
You bring me to finale?
No, when you're sitting out there.
That's gonna be
The same you did to Paloma, you're trying to do to her. You can cry it off. You don't think America's watching all that? You don't think so? From here on out, do not speak to me.
Okay, so Taylor is caught off guard, by the way. She's like joking. She thinks Daniel's joking, and Daniel's like really pissed off right now. And so, she's like shocked. So, because Daniel is defending Nicole, saying, "Don't talk to her like that. Don't talk to me for the rest of this time." And Taylor thinks that Daniel's just like playing around, but Taylor is like legit shocked. So let's continue.
I thought I was joking. Are you serious? He's serious. I think he's serious. Do you have any idea what's going on? I'm not speaking for him, so if there's something that you want to talk to him about, that's between you and him. Oh.
Yeah, Taylor is like floored right now. And let's see if we can get Daniel. Okay, here we go.
You think she didn't spiral because of you? You didn't add to that? And now you're trying to do it to Nicole? Mind game? Do not speak to Nicole like that. Ever again.
What?
Ever again.
Yeah, so it got pretty intense. And that definitely rubbed people the wrong way for sure. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that conversation, I don't even know. That stuff got blown out of proportion. Nicole is sitting there having a boo-hooing over the fact that she has to throw the competition. And so that gets thrown out of proportion. Taylor's like trying to console her, but Nicole is just like, wow, don't be passive with me. And so she goes and tells Daniel, and he's like PO'd at this point. So, and they took it way out of proportion. So now it's on for the veto competition. So the veto winner, believe it or not, is Brittany and Michael. Yay! I'm so happy they won. They needed this. By the way, this is Michael's third veto win, if you've been keeping track. So that's amazing. I'm glad. And this sets the stage for the fireworks. Let's get into that right now. I've got stuff in my mouth, by the way. I'm just eating candy. Okay, so Turner has been sitting back watching all this drama unfold. And he's thinking, that ain't right what they did. Because Taylor has been dragged since day one. Nobody likes her. Everyone keeps talking about her. They keep pushing to get her out. And the more times they try, the more it's looking bad on them. Pooch was pushing hard for her to go. And look what happened. He got evicted 12-0. So Turner's thinking, I think it's time to make a big move. So he assembles a crew: Monty, Kyle, Joseph, Michael, Brittany, and Taylor, calls them all up to the HOH room and solidifies a new alliance, what we are calling the leftovers. Yes, and this alliance is going to dominate the other side of the house that's been dragging Taylor through the mud for ever since day one. So now this alliance is going to clean up house, starting with this veto ceremony. And starting with this girl right here, Amira, because she's the head of the snake. She runs the Girls Alliance, and she's starting to run Post Pack too. She's been pushing hard for Taylor. She'd said some stuff about her behind her back. This is the perfect setup right here. But of course, we're in besties mode, so unfortunately, Amira's partner would have to go up on the block as well. So with that, obviously the veto is going to be used on Brittany and Michael. So the final nominations for the week, Amira and Terrence. What a shock. When Turner announces this, it's shocking. Everyone is silent. So, hold on, let me go back to that real quick. In fact, Turner actually gets up and says something to the house in regards to dragging Taylor through the mud.
Since Michael and Brittany have vetoed my nominations for eviction, I will name a new set of Bestie Besties as replacement nominees. I'm sorry, but Terrence and Amira.
Yep. Daniel's face was shocked.
I'm incredibly sorry that I put you guys up on the block. At the end of the day, we don't talk game. Simultaneously, I know this might come as a surprise to a lot of you. There was clearly one target this house had, but I don't feel like that's best for my game, and I really don't want to add to the dog pile I feel like is going on in this house. And I'm sorry about that. Behind closed doors, a lot of you say some crazy things about individuals, and I really don't want to draw a line in the sand with saying this, but as the youngest one in this house, I don't feel like I should be the one to say that it's not okay. But here I am.
Yep. Oh my god. Oh, buddy. Don't worry, I see you, Cole. Anyway, so Turner basically stood up for Taylor in that moment. But it's true. He's speaking facts. So this is what they get. Well, Terrence doesn't deserve to be in this position, but Amira, that's what you get. That is what you get for not only running alliances, but talking mad about other people behind their back. So this is how it's come down to. And if you thought that was shocking, wait until you see the eviction results. So here we go. Eviction number 3. This is the first live eviction. So this first eviction that happened in real time. Let's get to the votes. For Amira, for Terrence, we have Alyssa, Indy, Nicole, and Jasmine, leaving everyone else to vote for Amira. Now, Daniel made a oopsie because he was going to throw. Okay, so Nicole, everybody you see who voted for Terrence, they were dead set that Terrence was going to be voted out. Daniel decided to throw. So Daniel, under that mindset, decided to throw a sympathy vote for Terrence to stay. But what Daniel didn't know is that he was helping seal Amira's fate. So that's why I put oops. And Joseph. So that leaves us 7-4. So yeah, that was so funny that he did that. So let's make it official. By a vote of 7-4, Amira has been evicted from the Big Brother house. All right, let's make it official on the memory wall. And there we go. Another blind side in the books. And just look at the faces you see when they read the results. Like, honestly, go online right now after the live stream. Go look up Big Brother Amira eviction. Right, that's how you spell her name, by the way. Amira, Ameerah. Okay. Watch that eviction and look at their faces. It's so hilarious. I literally was like jumping up and down when that happened. Sorry, I'm just basking in their failure. So yeah, that's what happened. So now that Amira's evicted, Terrence is by himself. So what does that mean for Terrence? Well, I'll tell you. We'll have to find out next week, because I gotta have something to talk about in the next live stream. So there you have it. There is my live stream for the week, my recap show for the week. A lot of drama that went down. Let's see if we can keep it going next week. As we get closer to the jury part, we've got 2 more evictions to go before we start filling up the jury house. So, and we're, like I said, we're going until September, I believe, September 20 something, and it's a Sunday finale. That's the first time. Anyway, email nickmorales2012@gmail.com. I'll leave all my info in the comments and everything. Not the comments, but the description. Snapchat, Nick Morales 96. I've been kind of busy lately to where I haven't done the eviction predictions, so I'll make sure to keep up on that. We will hopefully go live either next Friday or next Saturday, but remember, that's why you gotta like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know that it's time to watch the live stream. So, and feel free to go back and watch any of my other recap shows that I've done. Channel update, I have taped 2 videos relating to different topics. I'm working on editing those, and they will be up as soon as possible. So one of them is talking about the Video Music Awards, so we'll get on that soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching the live stream. Keep on watching Big Brother. I know I'm going to be doing my homework, and I'll see you guys soon.